Hello and welcome back to An Old Man Watches. And today I am going to be talking about Legion, a 2010 supernaturally themed mashup of like Terminator 2 and Night of the Living Dead. And we start off the chaos in Los Angeles with lots of explosions and people being possessed by some form of violent spirits. This whole sequence primarily exists to introduce us to the character Michael, who we will meet again soon. After this introductory bit of apocalyptic action, the film heads out to the middle of nowhere and the Paradise Falls rest stop, which is a rather on-the-nose name given the film's subject matter. There we meet pregnant waitress Charlie, rest stop owner Ben, his son Jeep, and their fry cook Percy. We also meet the handful of customers they're dealing with. And then a little old lady rocks up and, after a few pleasantries, launches a savage assault on them. We in the audience can see this coming, of course, but it's still quite an effectively done sequence. The truck stop staff and customers manage to put the old lady down, which is when Michael turns up to give them all the bad news. It seems God has lost faith in mankind, again, and instead of sending a flood, this time he's sending angels to possess the weak and turn them into an army to wipe out humanity. Charlie's unborn son is the only hope humanity has left. So everybody at the truck stop is going to have to work together to keep her and the baby alive. So Legion received a barrage of negative reviews when it came out, but it attracted enough cinema goers that it probably broke even, roughly speaking. Certainly it showed sufficient financial promise that the Sci-Fi Channel made a TV series sequel, though this only ran for 2 pretty short seasons. But of course, for the purpose of this film, the real question is, what did I think of the movie? Well, I think it's a mixed bag. Let's dive in and discuss why. So I definitely understand, and in some cases share, as I will discuss shortly, the critics' complaints about this film. But as I was watching Legion, I found myself wanting it to find its way to being good, because there are glimmers of a better movie here. Now, to be fair, one of the main glimmers is the quality of the cast, which is much, much better than you'd probably expect. Several of them are better known for their TV work than their feature film performances, but they're all good actors doing the best they can be expected with the material that they have to work with here. Even the most vituperative negative reviewers seem to have acknowledged that. I also rather like the sly, the meek shall inherit the earth aspect that is worked into the script, and the fact that the horrid creatures who subsequently attack everyone are actually angels. Angelic/godly disillusionment with humanity is a potentially interesting angle for the film to develop. Alas, I feel like the film fails to do so. And that's far from the only flaw with the movie's writing. Because to my mind, the biggest flaw of the film is that it has the wrong protagonist. It centres its narrative on the Archangel Michael, one of the few, or perhaps only angel, to continue to have faith in humanity. And I say this not because there's anything wrong with the performance of Paul Bettany in the role. He's as reliable as usual. It is instead just a fundamental structural error. It's a bit like if they'd made Kyle Reese the main character of the original Terminator. Now, James Cameron knew better than to do this because it would rob Sarah Connor of the character arc that she needs for us to buy her as the mother of humanity's hope. Sarah is the main character of Terminator, but Charlie is not the main character of Legion, and that decision means that Charlie gets no such arc. She's just a passenger in the movie, a plot token for Michael to defend until she pops out her kid. Now, why is said kid so special, you ask? Because Michael says he is, basically. We never get much more info than that. Making Michael the main character also makes the supposedly climactic battle of the film not terribly climactic. Now, this is Angel engaging in a big fight sequence with the Archangel Gabriel, but by the film's own stakes, his victory or defeat doesn't really matter as long as Charlie and her son get away. They're the ones the film has told us can actually save humanity, after all. So yeah, they've put the focus on the wrong character. The film's other issue is that it frequently seems to mistake activity for excitement. There's an implicit assumption that because there is lots of shooting and violence as the angels perceive the rest stop, that this will make for thrilling entertainment. I mean, it worked for Night of the Living Dead, right? Well, it did work for George Romero's film, but that's because he knew how to build, maintain, and release tension. He established threats and stakes, had his characters make plans, foreshadowed the ways in which those plans might go awry, and kept introducing new factors to change the status quo and force a scramble to adjust to the new circumstances. All Legion seems to have to offer for the siege sequence is lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of shooting. It simply isn't that exciting, And once it is done, there's quite a lull while the various human characters make intermittent attempts to be developed enough that we might actually care if they live or die. Those efforts mostly fail, since it's laughably easy to work out who is going to make it. And this failure to build and maintain tension is repeated when Charlie goes into labour. Surely this is the moment for another intense action scene and for complications with the birth, what with her, having the kid in a diner during a literal apocalypse. No, she has the kid in like 60 seconds flat and it's all over. I'm sure women in the real world would appreciate if it was actually that quick and easy to have a child. Legion can't quite put its glimmers of potential together into an effective film, and I think the fault for that rests mostly on the script and direction. And that's a shame, because the concept and the hard work of the cast deserved better, frankly. Next time, the low-budget jungle war nonsense that is The Firing Line from 1988. It's neither good nor so bad that it's good, but I watched it and I have things to say about it, so it gets a video. But that's next time. Until then, thanks for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it.